Ladies and gentlemen, non-gender bias and gender bias, black, white, brown, yellow, and all colors of the spectrum, welcome to There's a Greater Meaning, right? Podcast show. I don't have a cool alias, so we're going to operate on a first name basis. I am Josh G. I'm your tour guide. So strap in, get your bags, get your TV, get your drawers, and let's get into this podcast. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, y'all? It's a good morning, man. It's about 4:40, 4:50 in the morning, and I'm driving. Heading back to my humble abode. Yeah, what's they playing in the background? That's some Big Crit, man. Looking like a layer. No. But I'm happy y'all tuned in today. If you are tuned in, and if you ain't tuned in, then one day you'll hear it. Hope it ain't too late. But today, man, I just want to talk about, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about how do you get what you want in life, even though I'm still working towards what I want in life. But the consensus is coming down to consistently, the consensus is coming down to being consistent and sacrifice. So, jump right into it. In anything you do, man, you have to be consistent. And it's so easy to give up. It's so easy to get sidetracked in this world because there's so much going on. At least you think it's so much going on, and you can lose sight of what's your true meaning or what's your true purpose. And I'm just gonna start it off out there. Let's look at. I want to start this whole YouTube thing, and never really thought about it. And I guess I started off with my monologue Mondays, which were pretty cool. And I got away from it. It was a lot of editing. I shied away from it, which I shouldn't have. I should pick it back up. I am gonna pick it back up, but I shied away from it, and I felt like I only shied away from it because you get sidetracked. So I got sidetracked by, one sidetrack was thinking, oh, nobody's watching. And it's like, yeah, nobody's watching because if you put one out every 2 months, then it's not consistent. Or you put one out 2 months in a row, then you put one out 6 months down the line. It's not consistent, so people ain't going to want to keep looking at it. They're going to forget about it. But nevertheless, I'm really working on trying to be more consistent with any and everything that I do. And I feel like if I'm being consistent, then eventually some will break the mold and, help me get that uplift to where I want to go and what I want to do, what I truly feel like is my calling. But along with consistency is sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifice. Like, sometimes you got to stop and assess the situation. Like, sacrifice goes a long way. Because sacrifice is just another way of saying, okay, I'm being focused. I'm getting focused. I'm being consistent in what I'm doing, and I'm being focused. Sacrifice means, to me, personally, it means even when I'm tired or I feel like, I could be watching a TV show or, something stupid or not worth my while, I could actually be working towards my goal. I'm actually driving and somebody just was doing some weird stuff on the ramp. Yo, man, y'all be careful out there when y'all driving because some people just don't get it. But back to sacrifice. Like sacrifice, you have to sit down and assess a situation, and you have to tell yourself, okay, what's important, what's not important. And most of the time, you have a lot of stuff that's not important that you're harboring, that's hindering you from actually being your best you. It's all about living your best life and being your best you. And if you living your best life, being your best you, then eventually you're gonna make it, and something's gonna get picked up. So with that being said, it was about 2 years ago. I was sitting down and I came up with this saying, and I feel like it never really left. Even though it's been about 2 years ago, like it still replays in my mind. And the saying was, or my motto, I rather say, is consistently sacrifice for the grind. I'm gonna say it again in case you missed it. Consistently sacrifice for the grind. So that means, it's simple as hell, but it just means, when it's time to do work, it's time to do work. And that means, cutting off all hindrances or negative attachments, and it's buckling down, and it's being on your job for the grind, Like you want to be where you want to be, but you got to consistently, keyword consistently, sacrifice for where you want to be. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool to travel and kick it with friends, but think about it this way. Would you rather do that in your 20s, or would you rather do that in your 40s, kicking back, laid up, and just enjoying it while other people are at the hustle and bustle, because they didn't consistently sacrifice for that grind early on? And, it's always good to think. It's always good to think ahead also. So by you thinking ahead at what you want and how you want it, it's gonna always be time to plan. So if you consistently sacrificing for the grind and planning correctly, oh yeah, eventually you're gonna attain it. Now, I don't know what's your timeline, or if you should even follow a timeline, but if you getting it in, if you really deeply embedded into the grind, like, things are gonna manifest. And you can't get discouraged. You can't get discouraged and distracted. It's so easy to do it, like I stated earlier. Sometimes you can't tell all your ideas to someone, and sometimes it's people that's gonna judge you, and you can't get all ticked off. Like, I don't believe in destructive criticism. I don't believe in it, because no matter what someone says, you got to keep pushing for you regardless. So if somebody like, oh man, it's trash, oh, I appreciate your criticism, I'm gonna keep on pushing. Because if you stop, that's one distraction. That's a big one too, because people are so caught up nowadays on what someone thinks. That's the main reason why I wasn't consistent with my Monologue Mondays. And I'm gonna get back to it. Editing is a beast sometimes, but I'm gonna get back to it. But the main thing was me looking at views and stuff and being like, oh, no one's looking. But then at the same time, I had somebody in my ear like, hey man, what you doing? Granted, it was some of my homeboys, but that's still support. Like, they were still in my ear like, yo man, what you doing? We ready for the next one. And I felt like it was kicking off, but I messed up because I felt like, it wasn't manifesting real quickly at the rate I would think. Not everything is gonna happen quickly. So you gotta deeply embed yourself in the game and, kick out all those distractions and, disregard all the negative stuff. If you're in it and you're in love with it, if it's something that you like to do, do it. You have to do something that you love to do. That's point blank, period. And I'm only 27 right now. Not the richest man on earth. I don't have the best career, but I'm learning. I'm learning that you have to consistently sacrifice for the grind, and you have to do something that you love. Because if you got those two, then everything around you is just gonna feel great, and you want to be the best you and live your best life. So, excuse me. So yeah, man. And always remember those people that are right there, egging you on to be better, man. Like, I got a phone call from one of my I don't even like to call my good friends. I call them brothers and sisters, but I got a call from my brother, and he was just like, I don't know if it was on his heart or what, but it was just out the blue. I was just sitting back thinking, I was like, yo, man, why did I stop doing the Monologue Monday thing? Hold on. I was like, yo, why did I stop doing the Monologue Monday thing? And I was thinking that, and he called me one day, and he was like, yo, I don't know why you stopped doing this, but it was out the blue. We didn't even talk about it. He was like, yeah, man, because he had some, business venture that he was starting to explore, and he did very well with it, and I'm so proud of him. And he was like, yo, man, it's about us getting to it. And, I was just like, I had to sit back, and I'm like, man, what's the odds that I'm talking to myself internally saying, yo, I need to get back on this. And then my brother called me, and basically he got on my ass and was just like, yo, man, you need to get back on it. You shouldn't have stopped it. It was like some real, yo, you fucking up, and get back on your stuff. So I was like, yo, man, I gotta reassess the situation. I gotta sit back, and I gotta think, what do I love doing? One, I love doing this podcast and talking to y'all. So on my way to Nashville, I was leaving Nashville area on my way to Memphis. I was like, yo, man, there's nothing. Let me pick this up and let me talk to my people, even if you're not listening right now. But I was like, that's what I like doing. So currently, I'm on my way back to Nashville from Memphis, and I'm still talking to my people because that's what I want to do, and I want to sacrifice for the grind. It is 5 o'clock in the morning currently, but hey, man, the early bird gets the worm, and that's a true statement. Like, until you get to that point where you can just sleep in and the money is made for you, you got to get up and you got to grind, and you got to get it. You got to get it, because ain't nobody going to get it for you. Ain't nobody going to get it for you. Moms can't get it for you. Your friends can't get it for you. You got to get it for you. You got to be deeply embedded, consistently sacrificing for that grind. So, always, back to my point, always remember those who are pushing you on, man. Like, sometimes I post stuff on Facebook, as far as like content and stuff, and it's a couple people that's faithfully like sharing. Granted, not everybody still looks, but just to see them faithfully sharing the information, it's like, man, I appreciate it. And, when it's all said and done, once that check get bigger and bigger, I gotta break bread with those that supported me, like, and because it's like you're doing it out of your heart. You're doing it out of love. I ain't ask them; they just do it, and that's a beautiful thing. But also, I spoke about negativity and positivity, put positivity and negativity in the universe, and surrounding yourself. And surrounding yourself with positive and negative influence. Look, you also got to remember why you consistently sacrificing for the grind, in the sense of this in the sense of distractions and stuff, always keep those positive people around you. Keep positive people around you. I feel like you need someone that's gonna tell you the truth. It's gonna tell you if something is whack or trash. You need someone that's gonna back you regardless, trash or not. And then you just from there, I feel like you can get anything. But you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. But you gotta surround yourself though around positivity as well, because you can't keep a negative energy around you. Like I said previously, if you keep negative energy around you, it will hinder you, and negative things will start to manifest. It's gonna start to take over your mind. You're gonna start doing negative things, and just like, just keep the negative out your circle. Man. But I love the saying, consistently sacrificing for the grind. And like I said, I haven't necessarily made it yet, and I'm still working, man. Shout out to Drake. But I'm still working, and I just want to get better with consistently sacrificing for this grind. I want to work my ass off. It's like it's time. You want something so bad, it's time. Nobody can get it but you. Nobody can do it for yourself but you. So I want to be the best Joshua Gray. Yeah, I just let y'all know my name. I mean, it ain't hard, but I want to be the best Josh, and I got to go out and get it. I like to say, it's usually when I'm somewhere playing cards and having a good time. There's money on the floor. You just got to be ready to pick it up. Ain't no shame in my game, man. Like I said, if I can't kick it, I can't kick it. It ain't because I don't love you. It's because I probably got something working up in my head, or probably working on the project. So, with that being said, I'm leaving Memphis because I came down to shoot a commercial for one of my good friends, for one of my brothers. I told you I don't have good friends, I have brothers really. But one of my brothers, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm really with a full head of steam. I'm gonna consistently sacrifice for the grind, and I'm gonna get this video done for him, and I'm gonna make him proud, because I'm proud of him for all his success and his endeavors that he's encountered, and how he's managed, and it's just driving me to be better. Shout out to the whole squad, be better. It's a movement. And man, y'all stay tuned, man. Joshua Gray has some good things in store, because Joshua Gray is vowing to consistently sacrifice for the grind. So if it's two things that you should take from this quick little podcast, whatever you want to call it, talk, whatever, is consistency and sacrifice. And if you want to live by my motto, I probably should get it tattooed on me. Nah, that's going a little. I mean, it ain't a bad tattoo, but nah, I ain't taught it. But if you want to live by the motto, write it down. And that motto that Joshua Gray is vowing to live by is consistently sacrifice for the grind. One last time, I'm gonna get up out of here. Consistently sacrifice for the grind. Hey man, it's been well. I love y'all. I'm about to put on this music. Keep driving, man. Keep my eyes on the road. Been up since 3:30ish. I love y'all, man. And bring a friend. Let them know. Share my stuff. Do it for the love. I do it for content. Nah. Shout out to K-Dot. But I love y'all, man. Y'all be good. Hey, I'm out.